shit.
What, a little chop?
Keeping the culture in the music. Like I made the drums do that shit. I ain't do no DJ.
I'm already knowing that.
I made the drums do that. I recorded them like that. The thing about it was I would use the original sample, but instead of using the original sample,
the one that they
I'ma use the Can't Say sample.
Yeah. Ooh. Where are you from?
I'm from A-Leaf, Southwest A-Leaf, Texas.
Catching plays, catching plays. Oh. I woke up feeling like I was on the moon. I woke up feeling like I need 100 gold. Look at the flick of that wrist. 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 I woke up feeling like I was on the moon. I woke up feeling like
The SWAT, man.
SWAT. What high school you went to?
I went to charter school in Herm Clark. It was called Leaders Academy. Then they changed it to Victory Prep, like, I think, like, my senior year, maybe my junior year, I think. I don't know.
Okay. But how did you get started in music?
I always been into music. Like, my daddy would pull up to the house, whether I was with my mama or if I was at my grandma's house somewhere. He'd always pull up and he'd have 215s in the trunk. He'll be playing Scarface, Snoop Dogg, Master P, Tupac, all of that type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I used to just love the bass, like even especially Mannie Fresh beats. Like he used to play Mannie Fresh shit all the time because he had that bass, that shit just punch, you know what I'm saying? So I always been in love with music. My thing was the bass though. That's what I fell in love with first.
So what does your day consist of? Like, you get up?
I get up, check emails, look at my numbers and shit. Like I'm big on streaming and in the business. Like I be trying to watch all my numbers, my algorithm, and you know what I'm saying, just keeping track of my systems and all of that so I can make sure I'm doing what I need to do, you know, put out my music to certain audiences, you know, see what I need to make, see what I don't need to make, you know, just all that type of shit.
Wake up straight to business.
Yeah, and then after that, I might fuck around on a beat or two. I might make 10, you know what I'm saying? But you already know before that I roll up. That's like the second thing, really. I roll up blunt, and I go to making beats after I check all my shit, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if I don't make no beats, if I ain't getting the vibe yet, I cut on, you know what I'm saying, 90.9 and just listen to 90.9. I like real, like, oldies and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I like to listen to a lot of oldies. I put that on, kind of mellow my mind out, give me a little thinking room. Sometimes I watch some interviews and try to get some game from some of the OGs that been in the game. I watch a lot of, you know, Death Row shit, a lot of Master P shit, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. You know what I'm saying, Jay Prince and all them. I watch all that shit because, like, next year I plan on starting my label. You know what I'm saying? I got a production company right now, but I want to start my label and start signing artists. Cause I know all the hot artists out here who need the platform, who need the, you know what I'm saying? They just don't have, like, we got labels out here, but we don't have no producers that's really out here who just really like signing a producer to a record company that they got. Not a production company, but a recording company and give them a recording deal. Actually, you know, give them a good deal and give them an advance to, you know, do what they want to do. We ain't got to worry about studio time. Just do whatever you want to with the money. We going to make it back, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm on.
Investing in the artist.
Yeah, I'm trying to blow some people up. I'm trying to be the next Aftermath, the next, you know, Ear Drummers, 808 Mafia, Boominati, the next 10 Summers, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be that in Texas, though. It's just not really ground to where big artists will come and be like, yeah, we going straight to Boom. When you go to Atlanta, who you playing to fuck with when you go over there?
Straight to Southside, 808.
Zay.
Zay.
You go to Memphis, who you finna fuck with?
Yeah, 3-6.
Tay Keith,
Yeah.
Drummer Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Cali, who you finna fuck with? Mustard. But it's a lot of producers in so many other states that have solidified their spot, and when you go to their city, you gonna fuck with them. When you come to Houston, it's like a kind of up in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Un huracán categoría 2 entre Texas y Luisiana. Houston está en el cono de la trayectoria, así que es importante.
They don't give a damn. Goddamn. Right off Bissonnette. What we like to call Lynette. Oh, you over there with Lynette? You over there with Net? Oh, elementary school, Betty Best, you know what I'm saying?
This the area you grew up in?
Yes. That shit feel like yesterday. I was standing on the patio beating on the motherfucking snare drum. Cause I ain't had shit else to do. I had to do something with music though. That was what I chose like a motherfucker. I was gonna stand outside with the snare and piss everybody out. Then eventually, I got a laptop. Well, I ain't got no laptop, I got a desktop. My daddy went to Rent-A-Center, and this nigga got a desktop for me. Them niggas was calling, knocking on the door. We trying to get the computer, nigga. Nah, I was just playing, but they was trying to get that out of it. I must have took the hard drive out that bitch with all my beats on it and got a whole new computer. Stuck that bitch in there.
How many beats you make a day?
Shit, sometimes I make one, but that's all it take, you know what I'm saying? But the most I make is 10. I done made 12 in a day before. I done did it on multiple occasions, but I say average from 5 to 6 a day. That'd be the most. If I can't get 5 or 6, I make like 2 or 3.
So you
3 would be the most.
Yeah, you quality over quantity.
Yeah, like if I'm not feeling it, if it don't sound how I want it to, if it don't got a certain type of, you know, go to it when you hear, like if everything not meshing together, if it kind of sound thrown together a little bit, I don't usually like it. I want it to really sound like a body of work, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I see how he made them keys fit with that bell, and then the 808 is going based off of what he heard in between those two melodies, like, you know, shit.
Yeah, that sound design.
Mm-hmm.
So what influenced you to start making beats?
Shit, I was in the ghetto, in the hood, and I ain't really had no friends like that. I ain't really fuck with people like that. Like, since I was young, I always been like a loner. Like, I always knew I was different. I always knew I would be by myself a lot. So I grew accustomed to just finding what I liked and what I wanted to do and what made me happy. And I remember my mama bought me a keyboard when I was in 2nd grade for my birthday. She even put me in piano classes and shit. It didn't really work out too good, but it still kind of helped me. And as I grew older, I just didn't worry about the keyboard. And then one day she just called my phone. Boy, you need to go get this keyboard. I spent all this money. You better come get it out of my storage and do something with it. I was like, I bet. She bought it over to the house at my daddy's house. We was staying in the Mint. Everybody know about the Mint. I was staying in the Mint. Yeah, and she brought it over there one day. I just came home from school. I was like, man, I'm bored. I ain't got nothing to do. Like, I don't want to go outside because it ain't really nothing to do outside. Like, don't nobody be outside no more. Like, I gotta find something. I said, you know what? I'm finna go grab this keyboard out the closet. I grabbed the keyboard out the closet. And I was just scrolling through the sounds and just playing around with it. And they had this, like, basic 808 drum kit on there. You know, the basic snare.
Oh, yeah.
Basic 808 clap, basic hi-hat, open hat. You know, I forgot what you call it. A
cymbal.
Slightly open hat. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 hats. You got your crash cymbals, then you got your toms and shit. So I was just playing around with the 808s and the bass. I was like, man, the bass beating on this little small ass keyboard. I like this shit. I wish I could just record this shit. At one point, I learned how to split the keyboard down the middle to where the drums would be on the left and I could have the sound up here on the right. So I would kind of play the drums down here, and I'd play some shit up here. The first song I learned how to play was My Dougie. This is when the Dougie was hot, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to play it and just play with the drums. I ain't had no, you know, some real sounds like that, but it just inspired me, you know what I'm saying? It made me happy, and I was like, man, this is something I want to do. I wish I could record it. Like, I used to hear my daddy pull up and play all these different bass lines, and of course I say, what if I made my own bass line? I had everybody rocking to it. Like, I want to make the hardest bass line that make your trunk just go crazy. Shit. I found out about Fruity Loops, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking around, watching Soulja Boy ass. He inspired me, I ain't gonna lie, because he was so young. And at the time, I was like 14, 15. But I could say, like, I watched his growth on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Him blowing up off the internet. It was like, damn, this nigga came up off the internet. And he out in California right now. He ain't with his parents. Can't nobody tell him what to do. This nigga got his own phone.
Yeah.
This nigga got the hardest shoes. At the time, he had the bathing apes. Them hoes was so hard because they was doing the Aquaman, the Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man joints, Superman joints. Them hoes was crazy. So, like, I just wanted my own everything young. I didn't want nobody to tell me what to do. I ain't want no job. I ain't want none of that shit. I was like, man, this nigga 16, I know he ain't never had no fucking job. This nigga's in California. He got diamonds, he got shoes, he got clothes, he got the drip. Like, he hot. Like, I was like, nigga, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga take care of his family, making millions of dollars. I want to do the same shit. So I found out about FL Studio, just trying to figure out how he was making his beats after I found out he was making his own beats. I'm like, what the fuck? I can do this shit. I've been wanting to do this shit, and I found out about FL Studio. I worked on the demo version for probably like a year. Then I ran into a couple people, you know what I'm saying, through relationships, through people in my family and shit like that. And they hooked me up with, you know, just different shit. And I started to make my way up, you know what I'm saying, just working every day, working. Like, I better at this shit over time, you know what I'm saying?
What did the city do for your sound? How did it mold you?
It did a lot, shit. The culture, what we done did for so many years, you know what I'm saying? The Mike D's, the Mike Deans, the Mike Mo, the Corey Mo's, you know what I'm saying? The Mr. Lee's, the whole Texas wave period, bro, just, it's very influential to the sound that I got. Even though I have many other people that I looked up to when it comes to my sound, you know what I'm saying? We talking about my state, my city, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the influential people, you know, that made all the hits and shit. So, you know, I'm with all of that.
Yeah, so how much do producers and artists around the world just bite from the city, take from the city, the influence it has?
A lot, every day, you know. Even when it come to, you know, recording the songs, you know, not just producing, you know, getting the beats done, the recording process to how niggas is recording now is what we've been doing for years. We get straight in front of the mic and we just go the fuck off, you know what I'm saying? So it's just cultural. People come down here and they see what we got going on, you know, and they try to add it to what they got, you know, the basics. I'm not gonna cap you down, like, from the grills to the custom jewelry to, you know, the drink, like the way we dress, you know, our slang that we have, you know, what we decide that we want to do with the sound as far as music, just, you know, everything. We influence the whole culture. I ain't never seen as many people wearing grills as they wearing, you know, today. Like, we have the biggest influence on the hip-hop culture. We've been having it. It's just bigger now. Way bigger.
What would you say, what has the city done for you? You know, just being a living testimony, growing up here.
Man, the city done a lot for me, man. I ain't gonna lie, because in the beginning, you know, people watch me, you know, from the beginning coming up and all of that. But like in the beginning when I first started to like get out on my own and, you know, build relationships with other people and go out to the club and network and just show my face and, you know, let people feel my vibe. That shit really changed everything because of the type of person I am. I'm such a, you know, a powerful piece of energy, you know, so when I come in the room and shit like that, it just, I make everybody feel good. Everybody feels like, you know, positive. So I can say, you know, a lot of people, you know, grew towards me and my sound and just wanted to, you know, fuck with what I was doing because it was just so pure, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't copying nobody. I wasn't trying to steal nobody's sound and nothing like that. I was creating my own little wave. And it just worked for me, you know what I'm saying? The city got me where I'm at today, you know? We work hard in them clubs, pushing them records every week. And shit, they blew that motherfucker. I ain't blow it up myself. I had the hardest beats in the world, you know what I'm saying? But the people ears made it what it was. So, you know, the city helped me a lot. You feel me?
So when was it when you knew, like, this is what I want to do, I'm making that breakthrough, I could take it to that next level?
Shit, when I made my first song with somebody, you know what I'm saying? When I made the first song and I heard the quality and I was like, man, they recorded this in somebody's dining room area. And it's a small dining room area, like it ain't even no big dining room. It's probably like the size of a closet damn near, you know what I'm saying? And these niggas is making top quality shit on a beat that I didn't even know that I did that good on the beat. Like, I didn't know how to put the pitch of the 808 with the melody and make it all mesh, but that certain beat, the 808 was already in a certain key and I played the tune in a certain key, so everything was perfect.
Yeah.
And nigga just fell in love with the track. They was like, bro, you hard, like, you just hard. And I just kept working and watching all the greats before me, you know what I'm saying? One of the most influential producers to me is Shawty Red. Second is Drummer Boy. I actually know Drummer Boy and I got a good relationship with Drummer Boy. Shout out to Drummer Boy. And Zaytoven, you know what I'm saying? I watched them three. I can't forget about Fat Boy too. Like, people forget about Fat Boy. Fat Boy hard. He did a lot of Gucci shit. He did the Wasted and all that type of shit. He was hard too. I just watched all the Southern producers who was in the region that I was in. You know what I'm saying? From Texas all the way to Florida, you know what I'm saying? In the region where we at down here. I just picked up a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, from others, but I had my own mind and I just kind of mixed it like a pot of gumbo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, submerge yourself in that influential sound you grew up on, morph that shit to your own vision. Yep. That's hard, bro. What do you plan on doing for the city?
A lot, man. Like, I'm trying to bring everything together right now. As far as with me, I'm gonna start my label sometime next year because I got the mindset to do it. You know, I watch all the greats, Master P, the Suge Knights, the, you know, Jay Princes and all them. I really wanna do something big. I wanna bring the city together, you know what I'm saying, on some other shit. With none of that beef and shit, you know what I'm saying? None of that, you know, industry shit. We gonna do some real shit. I'm bringing producers, I'm bringing engineers, I'm bringing graphics, you know, designers and videographers and shit, the whole nine. If you helping move the culture of music in any form or fashion, I'm bringing that shit to the light. I'm shining a light on everybody because a lot of the people who play the backfield, they don't get a lot of, you know, opportunities to shine and showcase their talent as they should. So I'm gonna make it to where I don't care, like, you know, I'm bringing whoever I feel like is talented to the forefront and giving them some exposure, whether you do graphics, videos, I don't care. I'm trying to bring something big to the city, bring an outlet to all the kids in the ghettos to where, you know, shit like how I came from, you know, they got an opportunity to make something out of themselves and don't gotta resort to violence or stealing, you know, the stereotypical shit that they put on our race of people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what would you say your sound brings to the game?
It brings what music should be as far as hip hop and producing. Standing out, having your own sound, and not being scared to go back into your culture and find things that influence you as a child to even be in the position you in as far as making music. So like I say, you can hear my sound. I do a lot of Shawty Red type shit, Drone Boy type shit with the arpeggiators and the horns and the just hard orchestra sounds, because his family was in the orchestra for real.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of that, and the Shawty Red shit, I kind of meshed them together, and sometimes I throw a little Zaytoven in there because he got the pianos and I like his 808 the way it hits and you know, shit like that he be doing. So like kind of just made like a whole just little sound with just them three just growing up and listening to niggas like Mike Dean and Mr. Lee and who else, like the homies Gavin and Beat On, G-Luck and Beat On. I watched the game like from the time I was able to comprehend what was going on with music. I've been watching it since, from the Big Timers all the way up, like just everything. Like
Big Timers.
Yeah, like everything, bro. Like all the music influenced me. Even the shit my mama played from me from the 60s to the 90s, all that shit influenced me. Like the Teddy Rileys, the Isaac Hayes, the Quincy Joneses, all of that. Like I can go forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like heavy instrumentation. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
I
like music for real.
Yeah,
all
for real,
kinds.
for real. You can hear it in the chord progression, like how you have it. Is, you know what I'm saying? It's very musical. It's like it's kind of it submerged into like hip hop. It being a loop and niggas can comprehend it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we do in Houston. Like if you listen to all the Big Mo's and the Big Hawks and the
it's heavy
Lil O's,
instrumentation.
these niggas, they flipped all of the greatest records, and even if they didn't flip them, they gave you the vibes that those records gave you. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what my city was brought up on. We was brought up on good feels, oldies. I got my own sound, so you know, no matter where I go, they already know, oh, that's Texas. Like when you hear my name, you know I'm Texas. Like I rep the city. Like I put the city on my back for sure, especially when it comes to my sound. I'm not even gonna play about that. Like I don't even want nobody to, you know, really take what we make, you know, but you know, flattery is everything. You know, everybody want to be a part of the movement. I don't mind everybody being a part of the movement. You feel me? That's what we doing it for. So at the end of the day, you know, like I say, I am Texas. When you hear my name, you gonna automatically know, cause I stand for that in my sound, and I don't want nobody to recreate that. So you know, oh yeah, we talking Fred, we talking Texas. We don't sound like nothing else.
Facts. So what is your first placement? You know, we know you up there. We know you up there.
That's
what
crazy.
Was the most memorable one.
I was just talking about that the other day. My first placement was GT from 97 Out of Box and Ace Hood. He had did a record with Ace Hood, and it was on the radio like sporadically, but you know what I'm saying, it did good though. You know what I'm saying? That was like my first major artist on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then from then on, it was Bun B. Who else? I had a lot of placements. Kiati done fuck with me in the beginning. Like that's my brother. Like he put me in so many different positions to win. It's crazy. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of places before I even had a hit song. That's why I'm so humble like I am, because I've been making noise before I even had a name. You know what I'm saying? So me just blowing up is just like, oh shit, that's what we're supposed to have. And I've been doing this, like,
yeah, it ain't nothing new.
Yeah, been grinding a long time, 10 years straight.
That's hard. So how did you get your foot in the door? Not saying that somebody, you know what I'm saying, opened the door for you, anything like that. Well, how would you say your approach to waking up every day and attacking the day helped you get in the industry, solidify yourself?
Just grinding in relationships, bro. Like my brother, my blood brother, You know what I'm saying? We got the same daddy. Everybody know Doughboy Sauce. That's my brother. You know?
Okay.
And my cousin Chico, you know what I'm saying? He had a big song called Boy I Got So Many back in '08 with Gucci Mane and Mike Jones on the remix.
Oh, yeah.
He did the beat and he was on the chorus. And I got another cousin who also in the group Young Problems. His name's Starstruck. Like, I had a whole, like, just, I wouldn't say a whole team of help, but it was just like I was born in this shit, like I was naturally supposed to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had already blew up, that inspired me, you know what I'm saying? I was right there. And then my brother Doughboy Sauce, you know what I'm saying? He had already been doing shit way before, you know, niggas was really talking about doing shit. He been on BET, he been on Street Flavor, he been on MTV, he been on all the shit.
Going hard.
Yeah, like, when he had came, you know what I'm saying, came home, I just locked in with him real heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we blood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, you got a little brother, I got a big brother. Like, we was so happy to have each other, you know what I'm saying? We always wanted to have each other. Like, we didn't even know, like, for a long time, we didn't even know that we existed, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Well, my brother knew I existed. I'll take that back. He said that he had came to my daddy's house one time when he was younger and he seen me. I was a baby then. But then, you know, time just, shit just get how it is. He ain't seen me since. And then, you know, my daddy just started, well, my daddy didn't even start. I just started rocking with my brother. Like, I got his number. He was doing music. I was like, man, I just started making beats. My daddy used to tell me, yeah, your little brother make beats. He used to be like, man, that nigga don't make no beats.
Yeah.
One day he told me, send him some shit. I sent that nigga some shit. That nigga say, nigga, I'm finna go pick your ass up every weekend. We finna go. I say, yeah. From then on, me and bro just been locking in. And I ran into a DJ he was fucking with. His name was DJ Static at the time. He was doing shit with T-Wayne and Cheddar, you know what I'm saying? And me and T-Wayne, we linked up through him. Them niggas, I sent them niggas some beats. Them niggas sent me some money through the DJ. And I heard the song after they did it. And I just, you know, grabbed the CD that the song was on. I was like, man, this nigga on Twitter. I be on Twitter every day. And let me hit up this nigga. So I hit up T-Wayne. I was like, bro, let's work. I'm just seeing beats. Like, don't worry about no money, none of that shit. I'ma just shoot you shit. You hard. So we just started working. You know what I'm saying? He ended up talking to Cheddar, and Cheddar like, man, go get that nigga. That nigga hard. So
Yeah.
Wayne pull up. Them niggas staying way in Cypress, nigga. He traveling 45 minutes to come get me. I'm way on Broad Forest and Kirkwood. He come pick me up. We go way back to Cypress. I stay over there for like a weekend, maybe 6 days, and me and Wayne just cooking. Like, we just non-stop making songs. At this time, like, the twerk shit was hot. The club shit was hot, so we used to have that shit on lock. And then over time, we just kept working. Cheddar like, fuck it, I'm finna start back rapping, because he used to rap in 05, then he stopped. He started back again. He started getting on some of Wayne's songs. Then later on down the line, around 2017, 2013, later on down the line, he's like, fuck it, I'm finna go ahead and just start doing shit by myself. So slowly but surely, he started recording. And one day, he just, fuck it, hey Fred, make me some beats real quick. Made that nigga some beats. Because I already knew he was hard from the song he was doing with Wayne. I say, oh, you want me to make you some beats? Bet, nigga, we finna go in. You already, you know what I'm saying? I got in front of the computer and we just started working. And then one day we came home from the club because Cheddar used to promote the club, you know what I'm saying? And we was pushing songs. At this time, Flick the Wrist, we had just made it. And like DJ Static used to DJ the club. So prime time while everybody drunk.
Yeah.
After we dropped the hottest song that's out right now, Prime Time, we come right in, Flick the Wrist. And we started playing it so much, niggas started to love it and they was ready for it. Like, so, you know, we was prepping up for Wayne mixtape. You know, we dropped the mixtape, T-Wayne dropped one, we put him on there. And Wayne had a verse on there, then we backed up. Cheddar got ready to drop his shit. And we put together the Catch and Plays tape for Cheddar. Mr. Rogers ended up getting a hold of that bitch, and he heard flick of the wrist, and that nigga just started going dumb with that hoe. He was doing Limelight on Sundays. At this time, I didn't even know about Limelight. Like,
Yeah.
I was only subject to the club Cheddar was promoting, you know what I'm saying? But when I heard about Limelight and I went there for the first time, I say, oh, this crazy. And then Rogers dropped flick of the wrist. My first time being in there, and I got to see the crowd, and I was like, bro, this hoe out of here. So a couple months later, I just started getting videos in my Instagram, the club videos, everybody singing that whole word for word, and I'm starting to see, you know what I'm saying, DJs everywhere tagging me in it. We getting traction on Cheddar video. He posted like this one, Instagram 15 seconds. He posted a little 15-second clip. I'm getting mentioned all in his mentions, you know what I'm saying, for the song every day. Then one day, that nigga Cheddar called me and say, hey, be looking on the radio about this time. That flick of the wrist gonna be on 93.7. I say, for real? He say, hell yeah, don't tell nobody though. Just wait till that hoe come on. That hoe came on. Mr. Rogers went and made a clean version for that hoe himself. Like, we didn't even have a clean version ready. That nigga went and bleeped the words out and started playing that bitch, and then everybody just started picking up on it around the city. This when 93.7 first started too.
Yeah.
So like they didn't really have no commercials and shit for real, and they was playing all the shit that 97.9 wasn't playing, you know what I'm saying? Not saying, you know, 97.9 don't play no good shit. They just was playing other shit, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of grabbed a crowd a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And
Gravitated
he
to
put that bitch in the mix when he was doing his mix shows. His mix shows had got so hot. That bitch took off from there. I started seeing videos with Meek Mill and Delicious and Lil Wayne rapping it when he coming out to his shows. Before he even speak or even say a bar off his own song, he performing my shit. That's legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it was all thanks to, you know, just relationships with my cousin and my brother, man, you know.
Staying with it, sticking with it, staying down.
Yup.
Putting that work in.
Yup,
For real. Tell us a little bit about like working with Don, you know, with Don Toliver, you know, being a part of that, you know, the influence you had and the sauce you dropped, and, you know, working with him.
I mean, with Don, when me and Don first met, like, well, we went to school together, but like when we first met up, we was outside of the store. I was coming out the store, he was going in. You know what I'm saying? And time just went by, you know, at one point things went right to work. And one day I just got up, got on Instagram, and I seen T Wayne post him on his page, and the song he had on it was jamming his heart. It was hard. I was like, bro, I went to school with this nigga. And I seen T Wayne put his name in the caption, and I was like, man, I went to school with that nigga. I just seen that nigga like a few days ago. So this what you sound like? Cause I hadn't heard what I hadn't heard what the fuck he was doing yet, because we was supposed to get in the studio but we never got in. So that was like the first piece of work I heard from him. It was the I Gotta record, and I went straight to his DM. I hit him up. He was over there at DJ McDaniels house. Me and McDaniels, we got a real good relationship, you know what I'm saying? And he just so happened to be over there. McDaniels called me on the phone. He like, man, I got somebody want to talk to you. He put Don on the phone, and we just ran it, you know what I'm saying? I say, man, we finna work, man. Don't worry about nothing, you know what I'm saying? I shot bro like 4 or 5 beats. He sent me back 2 records. And they was so crazy. One of the records being Run Up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of everybody's like favorite joints. So I take Run Up, and at the time I had a very good relationship with Jeff Vaughn. He works for Capitol now, but he was at Atlantic. He was the vice president of their publishing company at APG. And we had been talking back and forth, trying to get some things going, you know, on some, you know, money shit. And I end up saying, fuck it, I'm just about to send this hoe to Jeff, see what Jeff's thing, nigga. I sent Run Up to him. Jeff hit me back so quick, he like, man, who is this? And from there, you know what I'm saying, we piped it up, you know what I'm saying. Jeff flew down here. And after that, you know what I'm saying, Don ended up linking up with the attorneys and shit, and they went on here and got some shit done. And then I want to say like 2 months later, we just went in crazy. Like I was sending in packs of beats, you know what I'm saying. Jeff came out here to Houston, and I gave him a pack of beats to leave with. That's how we created the Around record, and we created AMG. Jeff selected those beats out of the pack I gave him and sent them to Don. And Don went to LA and recorded on them bitches, and them bitches came out smashes. And then as far as like back end, like Don came to my crib, we recorded that in my living room. Like me and Don vibe just organic. Like I could play Don a bunch of beats, you know what I'm saying? He'll like every single one of them, but like the way he pick them is a very peculiar, how you say that? Peculiar. It's a certain way that he picks his beats, and it's certain beats that he likes. So I never even expected him to pick the back end beat, you know what I'm saying? I just played that bitch. And bro was like, go back. So like I just started to get a feel for the type of beats he wanted, you know what I'm saying? And we just ended up, you know, growing the chemistry. We started going to different studios, catching the vibe, you know what I'm saying, and creating records. I still got records right now. You know, I don't know when they'll come out, but they jamming, and, you know, he fuck with them. We talk about them all the time, so, you know what I'm saying, once we really lock back in, it's going to be all the way crazy. It's going to be super crazy.
And while we on that, I know, you know, you just dropped your album.
Yeah.
Self-Made.
Yeah, it's really a mixtape, but you know me,
okay.
I don't even like the word mixtape.
Okay, project.
Because I don't even do free shit.
Yeah, exactly. I put the album title on.
It's a mixtape, but
it's really a project.
It's
an album, okay. Yeah. We'll call it a project, you know, for necessary. We'll call it a project. So
you can call it whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. It's available. It's hard.
Tap in.
Yeah.
Bump that shit.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So how did it come about? How did you come about Self-Made? All the work and the ideas of actually putting that together, because you're a producer, you're not a rapper. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're a producer putting out albums, and executive producer really, because you actually getting these songs made and the cover, and that's executive producer right there. So how did that come about?
I was in the game early, and I watched a lot of people make a lot of mistakes, and they taught me a lot of shit. So with the whole title Self-Made, it's just plain and simple what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had people along the way, but all the work that I put in, I put that in myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody else get behind the keyboard, ain't nobody else come up with the ideas, ain't nobody else lose sleep, ain't nobody make the sacrifices I had to make, you know what I'm saying? So, that's where that come from, you know, being in the studio, working with artists, independent artists at that. Like, if you look at my catalog, like, I have placements with a bunch of major artists on the songs or whatever, but every artist that I work with that blew up, that are stars, came out my city. Like, I don't have a plethora of people who already was hot. I made people hot. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between me and a lot of producers. This is why I say I'm trying to go to Dr. Dre route. If you look at Dre, like, he started the company with Easy. He branched off, did the Death Row deal with Suge. And then when he did that, he brought in niggas like D.O.C. to write. He brought in Tupac. Well, Snoop brought in Pac, but, you know, the sound they created together. He brought in Daz with Snoop. He brought in Warren G. You know what I'm saying? Just doing shit with Nate Dogg and Warren and all of them.
Yeah.
Then he goes off and finds Eminem. Then he goes off and finds 50 Cent. Yeah. Then he goes off and finds Kendrick Lamar. Then this is what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create that longevity. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put out good quality music. I'm not trying to put out popular shit. I want people to understand what I'm really doing. I'm creating a sound. I'm creating a vibe that is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually doing what comes from my heart instead of doing what somebody else trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's popular for them all the time. So.
expect to come up, you know what I'm saying, you got going on with finishing out this year?
Shit. Me and the gang, we been locked in. Shout out to Spade. Shout out to Mike, Riffic, Damn Laro G, T-Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Who else in the gang? Dr. McDaniels. You know, I got producers that's rocking with me tough. You know, we like family. We are family. You know what I'm saying? We just been locked in. We've been working on everything we could put our hands in. Like, for real. We've been touching, you know, D Flowers, Maxo, the Guapos, the Don Tollivers, you know what I'm saying? We fucking with, who else we fucking with? We got a lot of artists that be coming through here, bro. You know, Bun slide through here sometime, do, you know, some shit for him. He do some shit for Wayne sometime. The Flip come up here sometime to do shit with Spade, you know. We just got a lot of shit going on. Like, we just be putting our hands in everything. Like I said, I'm gonna get my record company started and I'm gonna start signing artists. You know, I know a lot about the business. I'm coming for those the deals. I'm coming for the Suge Knight Master P deals. I'm coming for those.
You need them
We can
cuts.
do a 50-50 venture too, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I do some 50-50 shit because at the end of the day, y'all putting up something that I can't provide and I'm providing y'all with something y'all can't provide. So it's a give and take. You gotta give to get. And black people gotta understand that you cannot move forward without other people. You need other people. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for a person in the middle of a position you trying to get, you wouldn't get the position. So appreciate the person. You know what I'm saying? Build a relationship with the person. You know, have gratitude for people, not the material things. Like I say, the person wasn't there to have a position to put you in that position, you wouldn't have it. So you gotta appreciate people. And like I say, like, I'm willing to do the deals, you know, and we all just, you know, make money, you know, together. Like, I'm not tripping. That's what it's about. You gotta give something to get something. It's called sacrifice. Can't have if you ain't giving. That's how you gotta give respect to get it.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Like, how's you gonna disrespect somebody and expect them to respect you? It's the same principle with just life in general. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So you know, what advice would you give to upcoming artists and producers?
Learn the business, please. Because that's why they giving us fucked up deals, because don't nobody want to take the time to learn the business. If you take the time to learn the business, you can go into a meeting and you can say, oh, well, y'all want to do a recording deal? Well, what's a part of the recording deal? Okay, I see what's going on. Well, what about a P&D? You know what I'm saying? What's a P&D? You know, I know about the P&D. Well, what's up with that? Can we do that? Well, this and that, da-da-da-da-da, which is, you know, what we got with the numbers. Okay, well, y'all want to do a P&D. Well, what about, you know, this deal? Well, can we do a simple distribution? It don't have to be press. I can, you know, I can pay my way if I need to. Like, it's just so many different ways to go about getting your career started in the music industry working with a major label. You just got to know better. They be taking a lot of L's and they don't ever tell nobody nothing because they're not made to. Ain't no business in the world sitting up there wanting to say they losing money or they finna go bankrupt. Don't no business want to say that. Everybody wants their business to look like it's profiting. So you can kind of get adjusted to what I'm trying to say. You feel me? They not gonna tell niggas, hey, y'all fucked off $2 million and we ain't make nothing off y'all albums. Nah, they just gonna shelf you. They ain't gonna say nothing. You can figure it out. Oh, you ain't making no money? You ain't complained yet? That mean you ain't looked into your lawyers, you ain't looked into your deal, you ain't try to figure out nothing. You just cool with us, fuck you. Alright, man. That's cool because you fucked us. Now we can keep your master since you ain't make the money back for us. Because that's all they want to do. They're investors. They want to invest in something that's going to make them money. You can do it by yourself, but that's the name of the game.
That's the game. You gotta leverage your
You
knowledge.
ain't got it. You got to go to somebody else. And that's why I say relationships are important. You burn a relationship, like, you know what I'm saying? I understand certain relationships do need to be burned, but if you just out here burning relationships because you can't think rationally, I feel like you're an idiot.
You're too emotional.
Everybody needs somebody in the world, especially if it's somebody genuine. Why would you fuck over them, bro? You know?
No, for sure, bro. I already know. I can't can't wait to, you know what I'm saying, high expectations. I know y'all gonna smash it out the park, bro.
Yes, sir.
Everything been solid work from Don. Everything been solid work from Fred, for sure, bro. Like, you one of the most hard-working people in the tri-state area, bro, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you letting us get a little insight on, you know what I'm saying, Fred and the story and the truth. Motherfuckers out here can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't fabricate. Straight from the horse's mouth. It's just live and direct. So we greatly appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. You already know what time it is with me. You know what I'm saying? On gang. White Mechanics. You know what I'm saying? We coming. Hardest. You know what I'm saying? Production team 2020, 2021. You know what I mean? We got a big deal right now. So, you know, we gonna get some shit going on. Just sit back and peep. Just you know what I'm saying? Just watch the story unfold, man. Y'all gonna see what's going on. Tell it.
Where are you from?
I'm from A-Leaf, Southwest A-Leaf, Texas. Man, you already know what the fuck going on. It's Fred on them, you did. Just wrapped up, you know what I'm saying, my little special mini docu-series with my motherfucking People Monopoly World, you did. You already know what's going on, you did. Y'all can find me at Fred on them everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? You know, rocking with me, Monopoly World. And my boy just Fresh on the goddamn camera, you know what I'm saying? Gotta shout out my boy Fresh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.